we get to weather, here's a live look out near Mount Vaca. The weather is calm for now, but more rain is moving in tonight.
All right, so let's get over to First Alert meteorologist Ashley Namfria for another look at the forecast. When is this expected to kind of move in?
Yeah, everything kind of moves in right after 6 o'clock tonight. So you'll have a dry, mainly dry evening commute, and then we'll start to notice those clouds really ramping up. And then by about 7, that's when most of us start to see rain here in the Sacramento region. Now, as for downtown Sacramento, we're expecting that rain right around 6 o'clock. Very light at first, starting to pick up in intensity between 7 and 8 o'clock. But until then, lots of clouds, and we do have a good mix of sunshine in between as well. Temperatures will continue to warm up through the rest of the afternoon. Most of us making it back into the low 60s today, and then reaching for the upper 50s as soon as that rain starts to move in. As we take a look at that storm system on the way in, right now we're just catching the clouds from it, but we'll catch the tail end of this moisture as most of it is directed off towards the Pacific Northwest. So impacting Washington, Oregon, and we're just catching the tail end of it as it passes through. So as we time this out with Futurecast, again, a lot of our day is going to be dry. As we get closer to that evening commute time, that's when the rain starts to move in. By about 7 o'clock, you can see very light rain starting to make its way closer to downtown Sacramento, starting to fill in a bit further north across the Sacramento Valley, and then becoming a bit more widespread from there. This is a view at 11 o'clock. Snow levels staying between 4,500 feet and 5,000 feet elevation. We do have the chance of some heavier rain as you get closer to Nevada and Sierra counties, and then changing over to snow once it hits the 4,500 foot mark. As we take a look at things early tomorrow morning, we're already starting to dry out across the valley. Meanwhile, some of us in the San Joaquin Valley just catching our first showers from this storm, and then all is said and done as we're waking up tomorrow morning, getting ready to start off our morning commute, and we will be staying dry throughout our Thursday. So not a lot heading our way, but just enough to cause some issues, especially out there tonight if you did have any travel plans over the Sierra. Here's a look at some of the amounts that we're expecting. 1 to 3 inches around Blue Canyon, 3 to 7 as you get closer to Donner Summit. Near Truckee, upwards of about an inch, so not a lot expected. Even around South Lake Tahoe, you could see just a light dusting, upwards of an inch, and even around Kirkwood, 1 to 3 inches. The further south you are, well, you're not going to see as much, most of that just turning to rain, and everything starting to taper off as we get closer to tomorrow morning. Even for rain amounts, 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch across the valley, upwards about an inch as you get near Nevada and even Placer counties. As we look at highs today, many of us will be back into the 60s, feeling nice out there this afternoon before the rain moves in, but we've got even better weather heading our way, especially by next week. We are talking about some serious heat heading our direction by the time we hit Monday and Tuesday. Take a look at those highs. By the weekend in the 70s, upper 70s come Sunday, and then next week bringing the 80s back into the picture just in time as we start spring. Back over to you, Don.
All right, Ashley, thank you.